Here's how I make gourmet instant ramen. Okay, let me preface this by saying it isn't super gourmet, but it is a bit better than your regular instant ramen. And it's easy to make and really convenient. Most of us make ramen by just boiling the water and putting the ramen and seasoning packets in it. It's even easier with a cup of instant ramen. That's how I made ramen for years. I was raised by a single mom who worked a lot of overtime, so I had to make many meals on my own. Instant ramen became a staple for most of my meals, including breakfast sometimes. I started adding other things to it just so it wouldn't be the same all the time. First it started with just strips of iceberg lettuce because that's what I had in the refrigerator. Then it expanded to other types of vegetables and meats. This continued through college and adulthood, and even to this day I still make instant ramen a couple times a week because it's super easy and convenient. I work from home, by the way. So here are my ingredients and recipe for a slightly more gourmet instant ramen. First, I'll throw in some strips of frozen chicken. When the chicken is soft enough, I'll cut it into smaller pieces. I've also used frozen shrimp or small cuts of beef. Then I'll throw in a mix of vegetables. This is super convenient, and feel free to just use whatever vegetables you have available. Then I'll crack open an egg or two in there. Finally, I put in the ramen and the seasoning. I'll also add just a bit of soy sauce for flavor. Then I'll top it off with some sriracha for spice. Then I just let it cook for a few minutes, and all the ingredients cook in relatively the same amount of time, so I don't have to worry about timing. If you've got some green onions, then it just adds a nice little touch to it. The total prep and cook time for this is about 5 minutes, so it's really quick and convenient. And it looks and tastes pretty good. Can you make this better? Of course, there are a lot of ways to improve this meal, but it just adds extra prep time or more ingredients. You could add more sauces or seasonings to make a better soup base. You could use fresh cuts of meat. You could use fresh vegetables and be more selective with them. You could soft boil the egg. You could add other ingredients like corn, bamboo shoots, bean sprouts, mushrooms, or seaweed. How much you want to elevate instant ramen is up to you. This is just the balance that I found with ingredients and convenience. But however you prepare it, don't ever feel bad about it not being authentic. Sure, it's not traditional ramen, but instant ramen is surprisingly historically authentic. Traditional ramen, the kind we expect in most ramen restaurants, originated in Japan around the 19th century. After World War II, Japan experienced extreme famine and starvation. Momofuku Ando was looking for a way to help feed his fellow citizens that was cheap, easy to store, easy to make, and tasted good. After a year of trial and error, he invented instant ramen in 1958 and launched his company Nissin, which makes the products we know as Top Ramen and Cup Noodles. It became widely adopted across Japan and spread around the world. So the next time you eat instant ramen, however you prepare it, you're sharing in the history of a man who found a creative way to solve hunger in his country.